Hello and welcome back to Pulp Kitchen. You join us in the sunny garden, and we're going to be talking today about the New York Times' most recent poll about the 100 best movies of the 21st century. Getting a lot of discussion online. Some of you may have seen the poll already, but James hasn't seen it.
It's dropped while I was away.
Dropped while you were away.
Apparently it's very controversial.
Well, it's hot, and it's getting a lot of discussion.
Okay.
So
because it's bad.
No, not because it's bad, just because it's the most recent big poll. It's a big poll. And
we do love a little list.
We do love a little.
This is the best.
So I'm just going to read you the explanation of what this list is. And the New York Times says more than 500 influential directors, actors, and other notable names in Hollywood and around the world have voted on the best films released since January the 1st, 2000.
That's all right.
Between streaming services and superhero blockbusters, blah, 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 blah. Voters include Oscar-winning directors like Pedro Almodovar, Sofia Coppola, Barry Jenkins, and Guillermo del Toro, as well as acclaimed actors like former Pulp Kitchen or upcoming Pulp Kitchen guests Chiwetel Ejiofor and Mikey Madison.
Yes.
Also John Turturro and Julianne Moore. Here is the list below. 100 films, James.
Wow.
The best films of the 21st century.
Oh.
Can you...
Oh, sorry, I was going to say, I always wonder with these voting systems, is it like, do you get an allocation of points? And
Yes.
It's like, I can give 10 points to The Tree of Life, and I can give 9 points to Get Out.
I'm not sure. I think you have to submit 10 and then they're aggregated.
You just submit 10.
You just submit 10. And I saw people...
Because they should release like how they get that result, where the numbers come from.
Well, because we had some friends in the industry who were posting it to their story being like, this is what I've just voted on. So, James, let's see...
How many am I guessing here?
Well, let's do the top 10.
100. Fill it in.
Let's do the top 10. And obviously, if you guess some that aren't in the top 10, I will search the list and tell you where they are from. So, James, in the top 10, can you tell me the 10 best movies of the 21st century?
21st century, so 2000 to today.
Correct.
Right, so let's start thinking now. Okay, for the lols, is The Tree of Life in the top 10?
The Tree of Life is not in the top 10.
But
The Tree of Life is at number 79.
Oh, okay, so that's massively... For anyone who doesn't know, for a long time, and I'd say the 2010s, when did it come out?
Yeah, 2011.
2011. If you looked on most top lists, Tree of Life for some reason was like 1 or 2 or 3 for a really long time. Anyway, because this film is usually featuring near the top of the list, and it's a great film, I'm going to go with Get Out.
Correct. Get Out is number 8.
Get Out is number 8. Okay, that's about like usually where it sits in these, isn't it?
And I would,
What?
No.
Okay. Let's go for recent Oscar winner Parasite.
James has gone for Parasite. James, Parasite is number 1.
Whoa,
You've guessed number 1 straight away. I was surprised to see it so high. Not that we don't love it. We recently said it was a perfect movie.
Yes.
But straight in there at number 1.
Sticking with Oscar winners, let's go for Moonlight.
That is in there. That is number 5.
5, okay, cool. Cool. And then the greatest films of the 21st century of our Lord and Saviour. Let's go for I want to pick a Tarantino to go with here. Should we try Inglourious Bastards?
No.
I don't think it was top 10 either.
But let's see if it's in the top 100. It is at number 14.
Okay,
that's
so
a lot higher than I would have expected.
Is that the highest Tarantino there? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, maybe?
Let me have a look.
Or Kill Bill?
It is the highest Tarantino.
The highest Tarantino. Okay,
Yes, you're right, yeah.
Shall we look at... I think maybe... what about The Social Network?
That is in there. That is number 10.
Number 10. Okay.
So we're getting the usual heavy hitters. Yeah.
Okay.
You're doing so well that I'm going to make you do the teens next.
Okay, all right, cool. Best films. Okay, so is There Will Be Blood in there?
Yes, There Will Be Blood is number 3.
Okay, right. Okay, so number 1 is Parasite.
Yes.
Number 3, There Will Be Blood.
Yes.
Can you actually reveal what top 10s have I got so far?
Number 1, Parasite.
Yeah.
Number 3, There Will Be Blood.
Yeah.
Number 5, Moonlight. Number 8, Get Out. Number 10, Social Network.
Okay. This film tends to... I would be surprised if this film was in the teens, even though I disagree. Is Black Panther up there?
It's not in the top 10, but it is number...
Is it knocking around? Be interested to see actually how many superhero films full stop are in that
96.
list. 96, okay, so just in that. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see, given so much of the 21st century will be defined by superhero movies. Is Iron Man in there? 1. Or Avengers, any?
All right.
Sorry. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would say...
Iron Man, not in there. Avengers, not in there.
I would say an Avengers deserves to be in the top.
Should I do a Captain America
century?
Oh, Captain, no. It's you know what? I'm just gonna do Marvel. See if it comes up with anything. No, so only Black Panther.
What about Lost in Translation?
Good shout. That's not in the top 10. But
Okay.
that is number 30.
Okay, all right. Let's go.
I think you're missing some bigger films that usually feature in the top 10 of these.
What about
stuff.
No Country for Old Men?
Is correct. That is in
Yay.
there at number 6.
La La Land.
No, that is again, man check stuff on the computer. That is La La Land is not in there.
Oh wow. Okay.
Not in there.
Whiplash.
Not in the top 10. It is 60.
60. Okay.
Yeah, good to see it in there.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got Parasite. There Will Be
Yes.
Blood. No Country for Old Men.
Yes.
Get Out.
Yes.
Moonlight.
Yeah.
And that's 5. And then
And
what
Social
else did I
Network
get?
as well.
Social Network. That's 6. I'm missing.
So you
4.
need to get number 9, number 7, number 4, and number 2.
Number two. Okay. Number 9, 7, 4, 2.
There's a film here that I would describe as having the kind of tree of life thing of like it always gets put up there, whether or not you hate it or love it. It's like it always gets put up there.
Oh. What would it be?
It divides people. This film.
It divides people. This film.
Yeah, some people are like it's a masterpiece of cinema and deserves to be at the top of near the top of this list.
Do
and
I
other
like
people are like, yes, I think so.
Do you not like it?
I didn't, but I'm open to watching it again.
Oh God, what is that?
It's not a film we've you watched it for the first time in the time that we've done the podcast.
Right.
I've watched it. I watched it during COVID.
Mulholland Drive.
Correct.
Yeah.
David Lynch's
is that
Mulholland.
2001.
Yep.
Wow, so it's just in there.
Just in there.
God,
And that's,
yes.
that is, do you want to know what number that is?
Is it 2?
It's number 2.
Wow.
Number 2, Mulholland Drive.
How
That is
interesting.
always on these lists.
We've
isn't
talked
it?
about the enigma that is Mulholland Drive,
Yeah.
and the film itself is an enigma. But I also think the way in which it's received is also a bit of an enigma.
Yes.
In that it sort of splits audiences. People receive the film so differently due
Yeah.
to its very layered and dense nature. And I actually think no two experiences of Mulholland Drive are the same.
Yeah.
And even though yes, we saw the same frames per second in
Oh,
that period
yeah.
of time, I kind of feel like what gravitational frequency happened to you that day? Like, what mood were you in? What
Yeah.
emotional experience are you encountering? And that's why I think this film is so scintillating and enticing because of that effect.
My takeaway, I watched it on my own at home during COVID, which I don't think is the best way of doing it. I think you need to watch it with people, you need to unpack it, you need to discuss it. I think it's my takeaway was that it felt like a game of hangman where there wasn't a word. You were just
Yeah.
filling in these gaps, but ultimately there was no word. That was the trick that Lynch was pulling on us. But it baffles me. It infuriates me. I don't hate it, but I didn't
Yeah.
love it. And I will dive back in, but I did come away feeling very cold and a bit like, oh, for fuck's sake, why is that up there?
So I found it very unique as a watching experience, and as someone who, watches films day to day
Yeah.
and now talks about them as a job, there was something very refreshing about it.
Yes.
Opaqueness in some senses, but also like really asking me to look deeper and not necessarily take what the film's trying to give me, but bring something of myself into it. And I think for that, I sort of like cheers it. And I actually talk about it very unconfidently in a way that
Yeah.
I don't think I can fully tell someone who hasn't seen it what it's about. And I think their interpretation of the film would just be correct or as incorrect as mine.
Also, I think, given the type of film it is, it's like, well, yeah, of course I didn't come away from one viewing of Mulholland Drive being like, oh my God, what a thing. That's not the kind of film it is. It's cryptic. It is difficult. It is challenging. That's the whole point. And I will watch it again. But it is this thing that runs around, and you'll meet film fans every so often. And there's always somebody who's a card carrying I love Mulholland Drive person. So it's in there at number 2.
Yeah, I think always be mistrusting of someone who says they know exactly what Mulholland Drive is about.
No, I don't think even Lynch
Do you know
knows
what I
what it's about.
mean? Yeah.
Or didn't know what it was about. Yeah. But I have a friend who's like, oh my God, I found it so moving. And I was like, what? I was like, I
weird.
checked notes. Where was the moving bit? Has the best jump scare.
Strange. It's almost trying to think back on it, and I don't think I'm the first person to say this. It kind of feels like trying to remember the details of a dream.
Oh, the whole thing is a dream.
The whole thing, it's like,
deliberately, it's a whole
there
fever
was
dream.
that moment, and yeah, like it is like telling your mate about a dream, but that sounds worse than,
Yeah.
than the film is.
Okay, so you've got a good chunk now. So you've got number 1, Parasite. Number 2, Mulholland Drive. Number 3, There Will Be Blood. Number 5, Moonlight. Number 6, No Country for Old Men. 8, Get Out. 10, Social Network. So you need to get numbers 9, 7, and 4.
12 Years a Slave.
No. That is at number 51.
Zone of Interest.
That is at number 11.
Whoa!
Oh, no, 12, I think, actually.
Close.
Yeah.
That's new.
That's at 12, yeah.
Have we got like The Pianist?
Oh, good.
I'm just going through this sort of sad history.
Not in there.
Son of Saul.
Just doing the prestigious.
Pianist not even in the top 100.
Son of Saul, Pianist not in there either.
I'm kidding. Let's think. Okay, sorry. Can you read through the gaps in the top 20? I know we're doing top 10, but I just want to read.
Okay,
so go from what I've got from 1 to 20.
Okay, so number 1, Parasite. Number 2, Mulholland Drive. Number 3, There Will Be Blood. Number 5, Moonlight. Number 6, No Country for Old Men. Number 7, number 8. I almost gave one away there. Wait, so number 8, Get Out. Number 9, Spirited. Oh shit! No, sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Sorry, Spirited Away is a good
Number
shout,
9 is Spirited Away. Sorry, I can't read a list.
No, that's fine.
10, Social Network. And
tripped you
then
up there.
what's at number 11?
Is it Zone of Interest?
No, it's number 12.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not going to tell you that. So you want me to tell you the ones I've told you? And then at number 14 is Inglourious Bastards.
Oh, okay, yeah. Is Inception in there?
Let's have a little look.
And is The Dark
55.
Knight in there? 55. Dark Knight. I doubt it's up there. Dark Knight is probably one of the most influential...
28.
Okay, probably the most influential film of the 21st century in terms of box office and shaping the landscape of cinema.
Most influential mainstream movie, I
Mainstream.
guess. On its influence on like mainstream blockbuster filmmaking.
And
yeah.
like IMAX proliferation.
Mhm,
You would
yeah.
look at like especially this last 10 years and go,
Yeah.
it all kind of stems from that. Is there any Nolan knocking around the top 20? Dunkirk.
Have you just given up on the top 10? And now
No,
you're just gonna
I
do-
mean, it's quite hard. I'm trying to think really broad.
Dunkirk's
I'm
not in
not
there.
giving up.
Dunkirk's not in there.
So I've got 2 left in the top 10.
Yes.
9 and...
No, 9 is Spirited Away.
9
I'm
is
sorry, I
Spirited
gave it
Away, no,
away.
that's fine.
Have you seen Spirited Away?
Yeah, but really long
Yeah,
time ago. And I
same.
kind of like don't drink the Kool-Aid on it. I really like it, but I'm not gaga over it.
But I loved it when I was a kid. I remember thinking it was wow, really powerful.
Yeah.
But I need to return to it. That was like 20
Yeah.
years ago. I need to return to it.
And then The Boy and the Heron was just too much for me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Can I get a clue for the one I'm
Okay,
missing
so
in the top
number
10?
4, you need to guess numbers 4 and 7. Okay, number 4 is one, it's a bit like Mulholland Drive. It is always in these lists, especially best films of the 21st century, but I don't think you've seen it. So maybe we put a pin in that and I'll come back to it. Number 7. Hold on.
Yeah, no, go on.
Number 7 is a film you have seen, featuring actually quite a good cast of actors we really like, but
Bye. Will do.
featuring a lot of actors that we really quite like and led by 2 actors we really like. It's beautiful, funny, moving, and actually is a great movie. That tells you nothing.
Can I guess the one that I haven't seen?
Yes.
Is it In the Mood for Love?
It is In the Mood for Love. Well done. Yes.
That's the one I
Yeah,
think
the
I've
Wong
seen
Kar
just
Wai
from looking at
movie
this,
from
yeah.
2000, which are you interested in seeing it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
It always makes
No.
these. No, thanks. It's number 4. If it was number 3, maybe.
Don't like films.
Wong Kar Wai's movie from 2000, In the Mood for Love, which is always in this kind of list. I've seen it, and look, I rate it for its beauty. It is a stunning looking film. It is incredibly atmospheric and moody, In the Mood for Love, and romantic. Well, romantic in a slightly sort of ghostly way. It's about these 2 neighbours whose other halves leave them, and they sort of occupy this space with one another, which is almost romantic, but not quite, and it's kind of tense and stilted. The thing is, as much kindness I ever had for the movie, it is very slow.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people who, like myself, who have sat down to watch it and struggled with it.
Right.
And had come away thinking, yes, it's beautiful, but... whew. And I know a lot of other people who think actually Wong Kar Wai has better films, but it's in there. If you're a big In the Mood for Love person, get in touch.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to hear people say they love it. But I'm always like, oh, okay, yeah, In the Mood for Love.
Fine,
okay,
yeah,
I
yeah.
guess. All right.
Mulholland Drive, okay.
Okay, yeah,
Tree of
fine.
Life,
Yeah,
right.
okay.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, of course it's good. I have to say it's good, but maybe not under my terms. Okay, so I'm missing 1 from the top 10.
Yes. And it's a film we don't talk about that often, but it's It's great.
What year is it? What year did it come out?
2004. Starring an actor.
iRobot.
No, starring an actor in a performance that they didn't normally give. And when you talk about this actor's performances, you have the established stuff that everyone goes, well, they were great at all that stuff, but then they were great at this. An actor who was massive in the 90s and now in 2004 decided to do some different work in this indie-spirited movie, which also features Tom Wilkinson, Elijah Wood, Kirsten Dunst.
Elijah Wood. Oh, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yes, absolutely. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, yes.
Thank you. Yes, of course.
I think it's a great movie.
Yeah, I do think it's a brilliant movie. I maybe if you had told me it was knocking around the 30s, I would have gone, yeah. It's interesting how that actually, I'm surprised it's made the top 10. Not because I don't think it's great, I think it is great.
Yeah.
But just there are so many films that kind of get knocked around here. Sorry, just trying to get my...
That's all right.
Bit hot. That's too dark. Thank you. As you were saying.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I having it placed so highly has made me want to watch it again.
Yeah, it's a kind of no, it's not forgettable. It's maybe a film that's hard to remember if you're trying to guess films. Because it's so aloof and obscure and genreless in some senses.
Yeah, and it kind of goes into people's deep subconscious.
Yes,
levels. But it is beautiful, and I'd love to rewatch it. And yes, obviously, I was talking about Jim Carrey with the actor who was pretty big in the 90s, decided to do something else, and he is fantastic in it. So, James, your top 10: Parasite, Mulholland Drive, There Will Be Blood, In the Mood for Love, Moonlight, No Country for Old Men, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Get Out, Spirited Away, The Social Network. And I would say 3 of our favourite films are in there with There Will Be Blood, No Country for Old Men, Social Network, plus movies that we absolutely love like Get Out, Eternal Sunshine, Parasite. So I'll just run you through
I'll give you the top 20 as well.
Let's do the top 20. So at number 11, I'll tell you is a film that is always... knocking around again the best a film that is always knocking around these lists and is at number 11 and we're always like, oh yeah, I forget that. You and I are surprised at how critically acclaimed this movie is. At number 11. 2015.
It's not Birdman, that's 2016.
No. It was like we I think you and I both when we would have gone to have seen this in 2015 thought it was just a big loud movie, but it's now critically regarded with such acclaim and prestige, and we're like, oh wow, really? And they brought out a prequel to it last year. The movie is Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh, of course, yes.
Do you know, great movie, but I think you and I are always wow, that's regarded as such prestige.
It deserves to be in the top 100.
Yes.
It sits too high in the top 100 for us.
Number 12 was The Zone of Interest.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes.
Number 13 is a movie you haven't seen, but I say about annually that, James, you need to go and watch this because this had a huge lasting impact and a massive influence on things like The Last of Us and Logan.
Children of Men.
Children of Men, absolutely. It's a wonderful... fantastic film. Number 14 was Inglourious Bastards, the highest Tarantino in the list.
And deserving up there.
Deserves to be there. Number 15, a film that, at least when I was getting into film, was often put out there as an amazing piece of cinema, non-English language film that people are like, oh, you've got to watch this.
Yeah.
It's great. What do you think it is? It's the language is Portuguese.
Oh.
But not necessarily in Portugal. That is City of God.
Oh, right.
You seen City of God?
No.
You not seen City of God?
No, I've not seen City of God.
Oh, great movie. That's a great movie.
Okay.
Yeah. You never seen Bad Boys 2? Yeah, City of God's a great movie.
And you haven't?
I have seen it.
Oh. I thought you hadn't seen Bad Boys 2.
Oh, no, I haven't seen Bad Boys 2.
Yeah.
City of God I have. Okay, next movie at number 16. I've not seen it, but is regarded again. It's just it's another non-English language movie that's acclaimed.
Amelie.
No,
but that's usually knocking around. Tell me where Amelie is.
Amelie is. So I know some people who hate Amelie, but I quite enjoy it. Don't you?
Yeah. I've seen it once years ago.
41.
Is Pan's Labyrinth in here? Good. In the top 20.
It's
06. Pan's Labyrinth 05. 06?
Pan's Labyrinth is 54.
Oh, okay.
That's top of my rewatch list as well. By the way, no, it's one. The year was 2000, and it was known for a particular type of it's stunts and it's action.
Gladiator.
No. Gladiator.
2000 stunts action. Matrix.
No, Gladiator is 92, by the way.
Oh, okay. That's lower than I think
That is
people
lower.
tend to put Gladiator.
And Matrix.
2000 stunts action.
Matrix isn't in there.
That's
That's
crazy to me.
insane. That's a perfect movie.
Oh, wait. What, is it 99?
Oh, yeah. That'll be why.
Rewriting. So it's
I'm
2000
just gonna-
stunts action.
It's
The Mummy.
No, non-English language.
Oh.
How should I just tell you?
Yeah, go on.
It's Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Oh, okay. I've seen that
Ang Lee movie.
years ago, like quite young.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell you anything about it.
Number 17. A movie we've both seen. A movie I love. Probably my favourite films. We talk about it yearly. It's an answer whenever people say George.
Before films.
No.
And are they in here?
Before Sunset is in here.
Yeah.
I haven't checked if Before Midnight is. Before
Yeah.
Sunset's at like 50, which is insanely low. Don't even get me started. And Before Midnight is not even fucking in here. I mean, that's just outrageous. No, number 17 is a movie that when people say to me, what is a movie that makes me cry? What do I say? What's my answer when people often say, when we've cried? What's my go-to answer? I say, oh, well, this movie makes me cry.
Is it animated?
No.
No, go on.
Brokeback Mountain.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think deserving to be up there. It's got an anniversary, doesn't it, at the moment?
This year?
Yeah.
Isn't it? Or this year next? Yeah.
It's got an anniversary.
Okay, next up, that was it.
Fucking sun. Sorry.
Sorry. I'd have to turn my screen more.
Yep.
At number 18, a film neither of us have seen.
Okay.
So I'm just going to say it's directed by Alfonso Cuarón. It's Y Tu Mama Tambien.
Oh, okay.
And My Mother Too, I believe that means.
Right.
And Your Mother Too. Meant to be great. It's meant to be
Right.
great. I believe that's got Gaia Garcia Bernal in it, Diego Luna. It's meant to be fantastic.
Okay.
Add it to the list.
Yep.
Number 19. Okay. Highly regarded. I don't think you and I have seen it for ages. Directed by a director we really, really like, who's known for being meticulous and deliberate, and has a great group of actors in it.
Meticulous.
But people often forget it when talking about this director's body of work. Not forget it, but like they always go straight to the biggest names, and then everyone's like favorite of this director's one is like, actually, I love this one. That's so unhelpful, isn't it?
Yeah, so many things.
2007.
It's not The Prestige.
No, it's a director, who's known for being meticulous, doing lots of takes.
Oh, so it's Fincher.
Yes.
And then it's actually the one we love.
It's not you and I. Like, it's when people talk about Fincher, if you're like a big film person, they go, yeah, well, actually, my favourite Fincher is, and it's this one.
People's favourite Fincher. Oh, no, it's not Steve Jobs. That's
So
Danny Boyle.
you know,
as
people
well.
always say, oh, my favourite Fincher's Seven or Fight Club, and then when you meet like real filmy people, they're always like, actually, this is my favourite Fincher. And it's got,
No, go on. What is it?
it is Zodiac.
Oh, yeah, Zodiac's really
And the
good.
cast is Jake Gyllenhaal, Robert Downey Jr.,
wanna
Mark
rewatch
Ruffalo.
Zodiac.
Yeah.
I
It's very
watched it.
rainy and cold.
Super
And
moody.
dark, really
and like,
dark.
It's really like misty and it glows with like that retro bloom. And I had such a great time watching it. I want to say like 10 plus years ago. It's a long film, and it's really just, it's well acted, it's well written,
John Carroll
it's
Lynch.
beautifully shot. John Carroll Lynch in there, Robert Downey, Jake Gyllenhaal. No, I think I would have a lovely time rewatching it. But when is there a good time?
Okay, and the next movie at number 20, we recently did an actor's filmography, and I said this movie a lot. And actually, in the comments, a lot of people challenged me and said that's not that actor's best film, but I disagree.
It's not a Leonardo DiCaprio film.
It is Leonardo
Yeah,
DiCaprio
film. And you said Wolf of Wall Street.
Correct.
Yeah.
Wolf of Wall Street is at number 20, which I do
Wow.
think is one of his best films.
Wolf of Wall Street is a brilliant film, but I'm almost slightly surprised it's in its 20th.
So let me give you the top 11 to 20 again.
What do you think is a better film, The Killers of the Flower Moon or Wolf of Wall Street? Because eventually
They have merits in different areas.
Yeah.
Because, the watchability of Wolf of Wall Street, which is a complete testament to Thelma Schoonmaker.
we could flick
who's the
that on
editor.
and start having fun immediately,
Yeah,
couldn't we?
and it's not because it's shallow. It's because I think it's incredibly well edited and well told, and that makes that film really enjoyable. And Leo is great in it, and Jonah Hill gives one of the best supporting performances ever. Sorry. So at number 11, Mad Max Fury Road. At number 12, The Zone of Interest. Too high. Zone of Interest.
Too high.
Number
It's a recency bias thing.
Totally. Number 13, Children of Men. Number 14, Inglourious Bastards. I'm surprised that that's the Tarantino that makes it.
What would you give it to?
Maybe Once Upon a Time, actually.
Yeah. I'm quite happy for Inglourious to be there.
I do love it. Number 15, City of God. Number 16, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Number 17, Brokeback Mountain. Number 18, Y Tu Mama Tambien. At number 19, Zodiac. Number 20, Wolf of Wall Street. Now, James,
Yeah.
we're going to single mic this for a second. I'm going to
Okay.
put the microphone down.
Yeah.
And you're probably thinking, well, what about this film? What about this film?
Yeah.
You're going to give me films, and I'm going to type them in for you, and I'll tell you where they are. But I can't do it when I'm holding my microphone. Do you understand?
I see. Yeah. You can just say. Whereabouts is... I want to know... So Whiplash wasn't on the list.
60. Is it number 60?
And I'd like to know if... what am I interested to know about, actually? What do I care?
Do you want to know episode... would you like to know what was at number 100?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What's the number?
Super bad.
Yeah, fine. I'll take that. Is Knocked Up on there?
No, I doubt it. Knocked Up. No. What
We
are
do
some,
see
what,
actually what comedies.
what are some of your favourite films of the past 20 years? Little Women's not in there. Egregious.
Are there any like
Lady Bird's in there.
Is Bridesmaids in there?
Oh, that's a good shout.
'Cause that's so many. How many people have we said? What's your favourite? What's the best
32.
rom-com? 32.
That's
Yeah.
that's deserved.
That's big.
That's deserved.
And how I did see like what other funny romance films have made it, because it would be very light on
name
there,
some.
wouldn't it?
There you
I
go.
think like really like top 100.
So I'm just going to go rogue one. Let's do Anchorman. Anchorman in there? No.
See, that's kind of...
Anchorman is at 85.
Oh, okay, fine. The Other Guys.
No. Oppenheimer is at number 60, by the way.
Okay, Dunkirk, was that on there?
No, not in there.
on this list. Inception wasn't on the list.
You know, it was. Inception was like in the 50s. Inception was 55.
Is there any Spielberg in there?
Oh, great shout.
Let's look at like Bridge of Spies and Lincoln.
Minority Report at 94.
94.
Followed by... That's it.
Is Lincoln
That's
in
it.
there?
No, that's it. That's his only
Wow.
movie in there. Scorsese. Just type in the director. By the way, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is at 44. Scorsese is in here. Departed's at number 31.
Oh, yes, can I ask about The Revenant, please?
You may. So Scorsese's just got The Departed and The Wolf of Wall Street in here. The Revenant. And I've spelled that correctly. You can see that.
Revenant.
Not Revenant or Revenant?
It's Revenant.
Revenant.
Yeah.
They're not in here. Birdman. Not in here. Boyhood.
Oh, yes, Boyhood.
23.
23.
So in
Nice.
the 20s, you've got the Grand Budapest Hotel
School of Rock.
and Royal Tenenbaums together.
of Rock.
School of Rock, of course. No, disgraceful.
Absolutely. And that's just a bias because, it's a silly family film. Get over yourselves, New York Times.
That's they put Almost Famous in there instead.
You show that
Yeah.
to 1 million people
Yeah.
and ask them to go rate that out of 10.
Okay,
You're saying it wouldn't rate
Yeah.
higher than some of these
That's
films.
bullshit.
Rubbish. You know what I mean? Like a pure, thank you for watching School of Rock.
Yeah.
Please rate this out of 10. And they averaged all of them. You're telling me that film wouldn't get a lot of 10s? Have a laugh.
Mean Girls isn't in there as well either.
Is there a Harry Potter in there?
Doubt it.
You know, I don't think the Harry Potter films are the best, but you know, sometimes like Deathly Hallows Part 2, or the first one might be acknowledged for its, like it might take the lead for its setting off of the series. Oh, Lord of the Rings.
Fellowship of the Rings at 87.
Is that the only one? Because I
Yes.
think Fellowship is the best
Really
as a
interesting.
film. As an accomplished film, I think it's
And
the
we're
best.
not going to do the whole thing, but that's basically the list there. So I think the teens was a more interesting cross section of this
Kind of
list.
gets a bit busy at the top,
The
doesn't it?
top
There's
is
more room
it's
to
all the
breathe.
heavy hitters.
Yeah.
It's the Mulholland
Yeah.
Drives and In the Moods for Loves.
Yeah.
But in the teen section, having Brokeback Mountain rub shoulders with Mad Max, with its Zone of Interest
Yeah.
is interesting. These polls come and go all the time, and I often think cynically they always put a controversial pick, more controversial picks
Absolutely,
higher up
to
to
get the
create
clicks.
engagement, get the clicks.
Totally.
But
you think it's rigged?
I'm not saying it. So you don't need to give me the microphone. I have my own.
It's the news reporter.
I mean, I don't want to put you on the spot, James. We can return to this question,
Yeah.
but like,
What would
obviously,
be my top 10?
What would be your top 10 of the 20?
Do you know what? I'd need to now, because I obviously know what films came out in the 21st century. I would have to like properly.
Would you be up for doing it?
Yeah, I'd give my
All right,
21st
let's
century.
put a pin in it, and guys, we'll come back with our
Our top 10.
top 10
Top 10
movies
21st
of the
century.
21st century.
It's a great title, isn't it?
It does sound good.
It's a great little.
Also, the fact it's in the New York Times just sounds official.
Yeah, it does.
Thank you for joining us for this little run through of the list. We love talking about movies, and we like talking about a lot of movies in one go, which this list was. If you haven't checked out our most recent episode, which was about Jurassic World Rebirth, you can go and do that on the main feed. And if you haven't caught up with Double Take, our exclusive Patreon show where we talk about all the latest movie news, you can go and do that as well by signing up.
We will report on more of these lists as they come and go, and as
Yeah.
time's opinions, the world changes around us so far, so too will our opinions of where these films stand.
Thank you so much to our producers, Finn and Dave. Have a great week.
Take care,
Bye.
guys. Bye-bye.